Tonsa Wildkiller here, and we're back with reading another Hitalia fanfiction. This time, it's RusCan, also known as Russia x Canada. The title of this fanfiction is called When the World Fell, by Lady P, or Lady Pernicious. It has 33 reads, 6 votes, and 4 parts so far. The description is, this is my first time ever writing a fanfic, and I'm kind of freaking out here. I mean, who wouldn't freak out after writing their first fanfiction? It's like you don't know what the results will be. But oh well, you'll learn going and all that stuff. The tags are Canada, fanfiction, post-apocalyptic, RusCan, and Russia. Last updated 3 days ago. So, let's begin. We're gonna read the introduction, and we're gonna read the first chapter. So, let's begin. It all started 500 years ago, when the bombs dropped on everybody, and all it took was the click of a button. Everyone was scrambling for cover. Millions of people around the world had died, all because some idiot in the powerhouse wanted more power. They wanted the world, and if people died, so be it. And it just so happened that the superpowers wanted it. I knew this would happen. In science, I was taught that once a community reaches its climax state, it all collapses. I guess that's what happened to humans. But that doesn't mean they all died. It doesn't mean humanity can't build up. We can still survive this desolate wasteland. All we have to do is round up and rebuild. But is it really that simple? I'm not so sure. But I know one person who has already created a settlement, and his name is Matthew Williams, also known as Canada. Chapter 1. Before the Bombs. Canada doodles in his notepad as everyone argues around the table. He sighs, wondering if everyone will quiet down and work together. But to no avail. He closes his notepad and packs his things. He always knew the routine. Once everyone is louder than the air conditioner in the corner, Germany yells over everybody and ends the meeting. Which happens now, or so we thought. Canada looks over to him, and Germany doesn't look so good, as if he's in deep thought. Everyone settles down, as well, noticing how quiet he was. The room is silent, and Canada starts to play with his palms. Everyone, this meeting is over. We hear him say quietly. He gets up to leave, but Italy grabs his shoulder. Is something wrong, Germany? He asked him in a hushed tone, but Germany shakes his head. Yes, Germany, is something bothering you? Britain asks him. Britain was not that close to Germany, but he knew something was wrong when he didn't yell at them for order. Germany sighs and sits down. I don't see the point of meetings when all you do is argue and not get anything done. All it does is waste our time. I think after this meeting we will dispatch and no longer meet with each other, he says in a bold, yet somber tone. Everyone looks around them, nodding, and quietly packs up. Canada tries to speak up. He folds his hands as everyone looks at him. I think we should continue the meetings. It gets everyone together nonetheless, right? Even the arguments you have still resolves certain things, right? He puts his notepad on the table. England huffs and takes out his notepad. Not really. All it does is make new enemies. And that's not the premise of these meetings, he says diligently. Canada nods and sighs, laying back. Germany nods and stands up, so everyone agrees to no longer meet. Almost everybody agrees, but a few people keep quiet, and those few people were Canada, America, Russia, and Japan. Germany looks at the four. I'm sorry, Germany-san, but I can't agree with that, Japan tells him. Germany looks at him. How come? He asks politely. I'm not much of a social butterfly, Germany, but when Do you ever stop working and training? Germany stops to think about it. This is the only time I see you somewhat relaxed. Germany nods. Yeah, and when do we ever see each other? How do we know if we're all okay? Sure, we argue, but that doesn't mean we don't get stuff done. America chimes in. Germany nods and looks towards Russia. He smiles eerily and shrugs. I just like company, he says as he closes his briefcase. Germany sighs and looks around the room. Does anybody else have any objections? As he looks for hands, but none are seen. Very well. These meetings are adjourned. Everybody nods and stands up. Canada sighs and picks up Kumajiro. Everybody in the room leaves. Only Canada was left behind. That was the end of chapter 1. And the author's note is, yeah, I know this chapter is hella short, but there will be longer. Don't worry. Don't worry, I won't worry. But yeah, that was the end of chapter 1 and the introduction. If you want me to read more, comment what you think and if I should continue. Anyway, the fanfiction and Lady Pernicious will be in the description below. Like if you liked, comment what you think, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!